want to talk to you a little bit about the baits that I use from the Dynamite range. Fabulous range of baits for the barbel fishermen. First of all, Frenzied hemp seed. You just can't do without this. If you're going to go barbel fishing, make sure that you've got one of these in the boot of the car. Fantastic stuff. The way it's prepared, all split, cooked brilliantly. One jar of this will be enough for you for a day's fishing in normal circumstances. If I'm fishing on a big river like the Severn on the Wye, for sure I'll get through a lot more of it. But whatever you do, don't disregard it. Even if you're fishing with boilies and fishing with pellets, you certainly need this hemp, and this is the best there is. So can't recommend that highly enough to you. Pellets, the ubiquitous pellet. Obviously Dynamite produce a massive range. I doubt if there's an angler in the country that's never been in a tackle shop and bought a packet of these, either in the 3, 4, 6, 8 mil range. Great stuff. What I would do, if I'm fishing on a small river, you have to be very, very careful. You know, you don't want to put too much bait in, especially when you're using pellets. Trying to give you some idea of quantity. A bag like that would almost last me a week on fishing on a river like the Kennet, and that would be fishing every day. But if I was fishing on the Wye, I would have 10 of these bags for a day's fishing. I would fill up a gallon bucket with 3, 4, 6, 8 mil pellets, and if I'm in front of a shoal of barbel with 100 fish in it, I promise you need to make sure that you've got enough. When it comes to hook baits, I like using the smaller size, the drilled pellets, especially in the Robin Red. They're very, very successful, again on rivers like the Wye. So the general rule of thumb is, in my opinion, you can't put too much into a big river, but in a small river, whatever you do, just don't overdo it. You know, you're thinking handfuls on a small river, you're thinking bucketfuls on a big river. I'll talk to you about boilies. Again, no one needs any introduction to the Dynamite range of boilies. They do a fabulous selection. My favourite, which I've been catching very well on the past couple of seasons, is the Crave, in 10 mil and in 15 mil. On the River Severn, I've caught pretty much, as long as the conditions are favourable, wonderful bait. Can't recommend these highly enough to you. The 10 mil, again, sorts out the bigger fish on a smaller river. And the 15 mil, I put 2 of these on a hair if I'm looking for the bigger fish. Barbel seem to love them, so I recommend those to you highly. Groundbait, again, Dynamite synonymous with massive range of groundbait. For the barbel angler, Frenzied hemp seed groundbait, that works well in your feeder with some small pellets if I'm fishing with a pellet as a bait. And the marine halibut and Frenzied groundbait. Once again, this complements that. If you've got a bag of each of those, works wonders. I can't recommend them highly enough to you. And the pure crushed hemp seed. This is putting this in with your groundbait. That all helps as well. As I said to you, I've already mentioned the hemp seed. That barbel still love it. You know, just because we're fishing with pellets and boilies, you know, no one told the barbel that they had to switch off from hemp. Hemp is the best attractor that there is. So utilising this as well and using the hemp-based ground baits, you'll do very, very well indeed. So there's many more, but these, if you get down your shop and get yourself geared up with some of these items that I've shown you here, you won't go far wrong and you'll catch some big barbel.